I'm a cyclist and I live in the Pennines, and welcome to my channel.
So a bit like last week, I'm going to set off from the small village of Worley. I'm going to see where this ride takes me as well. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to end up, but I'll guarantee you one thing, we'll find some fantastic classic cycling country lanes. So come on, let's go for a ride.
So before we start the ride, let's have a look at the map, and that's where we're based in the northwest of England. And looking at the map in more detail, you can see where this week's ride overlapped with last week's ride. And cycling from the same place really helps you to build up your local knowledge in a certain area. But let's look at today's ride in more detail, and we're starting off, as we often do, from the small village of Worley, which is located in Lancashire, in the Ribble Valley. So the ride today took us through Great Mitton, Basherleaves, Cow Ark, Bowland, the beautiful Dunsop Bridge in the Trough of Bowland, then on to Chipping, and then we made our way towards Inglewhite, where we had lunch at the Look Out Café, which is at 28 miles. So let's get back to the ride, where we're underway, and we're approaching Great Mitton.
So there's the three fishes. We're 2 3/4 miles into the ride. I'll get around this left-hander and I'll catch you further on down the road. Okay, it's official. We're now on fantastic classic cycling country lanes, and nice and quiet. I'm still not sure where I'm going to yet. It doesn't matter. You just point the bike in that direction and go. So I've just covered over 5.5 miles. We're getting signs now for the Trough of Bowland, Clitheroe, Waddington that way. I think we're going to go that way.
And so this is at 6 miles. We're just passing a landmark pub there called the Red Pump. And we're basically climbing all the way up here from the lower reaches of the valley at 184 feet to the top of the climb at 927 feet above sea level. I've
got this road all to myself. There's nothing behind me, there's nothing ahead of me. And what's coming to mind right now is a place called Cow Ark. And I keep going past this place on most rides around here near the Trough. Who invented the name Cow Ark? If you know, give me a comment below. Hop, hop, hop. We have a nice left-hander here, and then I've got a right-hander straight after. That should take me to Cow Ark. Clear. So there's the signs for Cow Ark, the Inn at Whitewell, and Lancaster. So this is now like the reverse of the ride I did back last week when I cycled to the cafe at Tosside. So if I go up there now, I know there's a big descent on the other side of there that drops me into Newton Bowland. So we go up there, that should be a blast. Then we can come right back down through the Trough towards Dunsop Bridge, then eventually getting towards Chipping. That sounds like a plan. So we'll get our way up this climb now. Got a fantastic descent on the other side. It's quite straight and you can get some speed up, I'll tell you that. So I'll see you at the top. Okay, this is the summit. Lovely, lovely view ahead. Beautiful. Okay, that's 964 feet above sea level. Let's get it on the big ring. I've got to be careful because this descent could catch you out. I'm going to enjoy it, but I'm not going to go super stupid. Left-hander, that's 27 miles an hour. It's steep, look at that, that's so straight. I'm tucking in. Wow, that's quick. Blinking heck. Wow. Whoa! 45 miles an hour I think there. My God, I felt that compression. Ho ho ho! That was great in the dip. I felt the whole bike come up at me. So we've just come down that. I've pulled in at this lay-by just to show you the view. Just gorgeous. So last week we couldn't see that because of all the clag. And all around here is your Beacon Fell. But it's always nice to get the bike to do over 40 miles per hour. But to be honest, I'm pointing the bike in the right direction and hoping for the best.
And so we continued down this great little minor road, and it dropped off again. We had lots of surface water, runoff from the hills, and some potholes in sections.
It looks like a bit of a right-hander. Oh yeah, that's all right. But I've slowed right down because I'm not hitting that at 35 miles an hour. I'll end up being caked in it. And this bright yellow jacket won't look yellow anymore. We're now at the Warrington Fell climb. This is the B6478. Now that's a 50 mile an hour descent, but it's a double dip. And there's one more dip here as we approach the little hamlet. Or is it a village? So here we are now, just approaching the crest. And then it just drops straight down. This can be pretty quick on its day, depending on the wind direction. There you go, it's like a ski slope, straight down. 43, 44, 45. That's 45.5. Left-hander. Oh, this is brilliant. Oh yes, what a feeling. Oh, that were good. I saw over 45 then, I'm sure I did. And this place has just got such an oldie worldy feel to it. So we'll go up here, then take a left. Don't make any odds really, got to go left back there. And if you go right, that's Sladeburn. You've got to get yourself out to these places, you really have. Oh yes, magnificent. So we'll just drop down here, that's Dunsop Bridge ahead. Oh, I'm so glad that I came out today because yesterday was absolutely tipping it down. So this is 15 miles now, we're at Dunsop Bridge, I've slowed right down. The river looks pretty high, the water's full of runoff, and it looks really, really potholed in places. You don't want to damage your best wheels coming down here at the moment. You can see there. And we're going to go past a cracking little cafe called Puddle Ducks, just on the right. So that's a cafe to have on your bucket list if you're going to come around these parts. So this next section, it's just idyllic. We're going to go through some beautiful countryside. Now there is a lovely back lane that takes you towards Chipping. I might go up there and off the beaten track a little bit.
This is a great section of the route. We've just gone over Langdon Bridge, approaching Langdon Home. We've got the River Hodder to our left. I was riding with a cyclist here at one point. We're carrying some nice pace too.
So where that van is there, that's the main bridge on the Trough Road, which takes you that way towards Chipping. However, I'm going to go on this little back lane. I've done it before with Mike. It's again off the beaten track. You want these quiet lanes. You can enjoy your cycling, there's not as many cars. So come on, let's keep moving. How's that for a backdrop? This is called Little Bowland Road. So we're just about 18 miles in. Nice little climb back there off the Trough Road. So this road, it'll actually take us in the end. We can get towards Longridge over there. We can go that way, all the way towards Garstang in the end. And we'll end up approaching the backside of Chipping and looking towards somewhere near Inglewhite.
And then the views just opened up, and ahead I could see Jeffrey Hill with a lovely view of the valley. But on the next section, the road surface was atrocious.
My gosh, this road has taken a battering. That is really rough there. Wow. So we're about to drop down into Chipping here. That road's battered. The hill ahead of me, yeah, that's Jeffrey Hill. It's a cracking climb that, takes you up to the other side of Longridge.
But then the road surface got really good again.
I've got the road to myself yet again. I've got Jeffrey Hill to the left, so I can use that to navigate with my map in my mind. If that's there, I know Chipping's this way ahead, and we have got options. There's the cobbled corner up here, but we've already been to that one a few times. I'm thinking of looking for a cafe near the Inglewhite Longridge area, and there's one called the Look Out, so that's coming to mind at the moment. And the bike's going really well. I must admit, I'm actually dodging all the puddles. I don't like this bike getting dirty, and after last week's ride it did get dirty, so it's had a good clean, a good oil.
We're just on the outskirts of Chipping here. To the left is Green Lane, and we take a right onto Talbot Street, which is where the Cobbled Corner Cafe is, which is just around the corner.
Well, it's 2:30 and it's closed, but the Chipping farm shop on the left is still open, serving food.
And I have cycled to this location plenty of times before, and there's a video on my channel out there from 2019.
So I've been told by the Garmin to go on the C357. Not seen a car for ages, and that's been more or less the theme of today's ride. Well, we're at 27 miles. I've took a left onto Bull Snape Lane, I think it's called, because I was heading in towards Garstang there. This will bring me back down to the road that I need to be on. Some flooding here. I don't think that's a lake. Well, that worked out perfect. I got to the bottom, came to Inglewhite Road, took a left, and that cafe is just up here. Let's hope it's open.
So this is the cafe. It's nearer to Longridge, although I'd like to say that it was an Inglewhite. And over the last few years, quite a few viewers have recommended that I come here. It also reminds me of Craggy's Cafe, which is up in the Pennines, above Langdon Bridge. And having cycled 28 miles already, I fancied a jam scone and a pot of tea.
Oh, a pot of tea and a jam scone.
Now we're talking. Let's get the cream on first. All the cream on. And this is often quite a thought-provoking topic, but I like the cream on first. And in this case, 2 lots of jam. Fantastic. And I was ready for this. To be honest, I demolished it in no time, before it was time to hit the road again.
Oh, that's not a bad cafe, that. It reminds me a bit of Craggy's up Blackstone Edge. Right, well, let's get this bike back on the road. Enjoyed that. A nice scone and a good cup of tea. The homeward leg next. So if ever you're in the Longridge area, that's worth a cycle to. It's not a bad little atmosphere in there as well. It's buzzing, it's vibrant. Longridge next. So we're at this section now, I'll show you on the map. The B6243 goes that way back to Worley and Clitheroe. Or we can go that way towards Ribchester. And again, like I said many times before, you'll know where these roads are. If you've cycled anywhere around here, these are the classic roads. So we'll do the Ribchester one. I've dropped the GoPros off the wall so the bracket won't fit to the chest mount again. So this is Ribchester, take a big sharp left at the Black Bull. Here we go got round that, yep. Some nice lays around here, really nice. We're about 40 miles in, and the bike was going really good. We're at Salisbury. Now, the seat's got a creak, and what I think it is, we've got grit, and that grit in there will creak. So we'll take everything out of here at the roadside and give it a good clean, because the creak is doing me head in. Just came on all of a sudden. So all these parts in here, there'll be a pin through there, that pin there, that'll need cleaning, and hopefully that'll do the job. Well, that creek seems to have sorted itself out, and we're in Wiltshire, just climbing up Hollowhead Lane. Quite a steep one. Well, I've got some height here, and I'm kind of in Great Harwood. I'm near Rishton, and there's some great views. All them hills there are the coal-bearing hills of Lancashire and Burnley, and it looks like we've got a nice descent approaching.
Well, that was another cracking ride, and the perfect distance for this time of year, which is 47 miles, or 75 kilometres. The elevation gain wasn't too bad either, at 3,536 feet. The ride time was 3 hours and 40 minutes, and the maximum speed was over 45 miles per hour. But if you like these videos, let me know and I'll make some more for you. And thank you for watching. I'm a cyclist, and I live in the Pennines.